Hello everyone and welcome to another history video. So today we're taking a look at Urza control deck in history format. So we're finally taking a look at Urza today in historic. I had literally zero reason to play Urza in historic because there were just no counterspells. But as you know, counterspells have been unbanned, and now there's more reasons to play Urza in historic. Because you can now go like artifact aggro down with the Ornithopters and Retrofitter, and then you can convert those artifacts later into Urza's mana, and then into holding up Counterspells and Metallic Rebuke, which is essentially going to be the whole purpose of this card. So there's not going to be any combos in here with the Urza like in Modern, but rather you're just kind of using this card as a threat that you can play out early, and then once you play it out, you can basically dump your entire hand, leaving only interaction spells like Counter Spells, Metallic Rebuke. And there's another card that we're going to be trying out here in a historic, and that is this card called Phoenix Down. Conveniently, the Phoenix Down in this deck lets you get back any creature card that is mana value 4 or less, so you can bring back either the Emery, Tameo, or even Urza onto the battlefield. So something that could happen on turn 1, you could play Emery, mill Urza, and Phoenix Down. Turn 2 comes around, you play the Mox Ember, play the Phoenix Down, activate it, get back Urza on the battlefield, which is highly unlikely, but it could happen. I think the Phoenix Down is so flexible because it's an artifact that you can get back with Emery. I don't think it's very expensive to have it in the deck, so I was like, why not? Let's give it a go. And lastly, we're playing Starting Town in the deck with the Spire of Industry because I kind of want to try 2 kinds of Pyroclasm in the sideboard. And considering that there's only 2 of them in the sideboard, so I was like, maybe we could cast it. So that's why we're playing these 2 pain lands in the deck. So instead, I'm going to be opening over to some Historic Best of 3 to show you guys what the deck does. So let's hop on over. Right. We can kind of play the Emery. But then I have to play turn 1 Portable Hole, so this is probably mulligan. That looks good. Alright. Those were not the greatest mill I've seen. That's for sure. That is for sure. I might want to just Portable Hole so I can play Thoughtcast. Does that make sense? Let's just do it like this. Okay, so if I play the Portable Hole, can I play Kappa Cannoneer next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think so. I think I'll just get rid of this, if that's the case. So now, I guess I'll sure. I'll play the Cap Cannoneer next turn. Kappa Cannoneer comes out. Maybe I shouldn't have actually tucked the Dedicated Dollmaker like that. Because if a Sorin comes down, then they can blink the Sorin twice, right? So that could have been a mistake. Like, especially if they soar in here, you know. But I mean, now I have a Sink into Stupor, so should be good. I'll play this and leave up a Sink into Stupor. And we should be able to win next turn. Right. So, Soren. Soren. I mean, we have a 2 Disruptor Flute, but that's kind of about it. Yeah. And I want another copy of a Kappa Cannoneer in this matchup. I mean, instead of a Portable Hole, we could play Fragment Reality. I'm gonna go down on a copy of a Terra. I mean, Urza. Maybe another copy of a Emery. Since I imagine the opponent's gonna bring some Graveyard Hates, right? Alright. So 1, 2. And that's still gonna be 3 mana. I'm gonna mulligan. Whoa. Might be a loss here. Might be a loss here.
This is an interesting story.
We don't have much. Okay, rude. Very rude. If they have Soren, I'll just go to next game. Because we're so behind, you know? I'm surprised they actually chose to get Haywire. Right? So there's that dedicated Dollmaker. Gets another dedicated Dollmaker. Or it could be a Thalia as well. I mean, we're doing things. We're still doing things. Okay. I'm happy about that, actually. I think I'm just gonna transform the Tamio, maybe. Ooh, Urza. That's pretty good. And a Fragment Reality.
This is not just a battle of arms, but of ideas. Respect the library.
Okay, so they're gonna bounce the Tamio. Probably. Okay, there's that Sorin.
Blood was my beginning, and it will be.
Yikes.
Tired many warriors.
So because of Ophelia, Urza token doesn't really even do anything. So maybe Portable Hole isn't that bad because you can get rid of like Saint Alenda's tokens. Haha, there's that counterspell that we were looking for. I can play the Urza. And then leave up a counterspell and a fragment reality. We'll pass. We'll tap these two. I mean, I suppose I could have let...
Our faith thirst for life.
I have to chump block. Actually, I might be dead. Let's say they get rid of this. Yeah, we're dead. Even if I get rid of a Saint Alenda, I die, right? Let's try that again. I don't think Portable Hole is a play. I think we just need to not mulligan that much. Alright. Definitely looking a lot better here.
No! I'm late for class!
Fragment Reality. I'll play the Disruptor Flute for Sorin here, and I can play out my Kappa Cannoneer next turn, so... I mean, I guess they can take Sink into Stupor then? But I could draw a land, and then we can still play it. Nice. Okay. They're probably gonna get rid of the Disruptor Flute here. No. Not gonna shock in. Interesting. Interesting. I think I have to kill that Haywire Mite, right? I think I do. Yeah. I think I'm just going to do it now. So I can sacrifice the Ornithopter now, but if something happens to my Retrofitter next turn, I can't guarantee my Kappa attacking. Let's say I deal 6 damage here. I don't think it changes the clock. Yeah, I don't think it changes the clock at all. So now they're gonna bounce the Witch Enchanter a bunch of times. Okay. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, like I said, because if the Retrofitter, you know, whatever happened to it, it's gonna be bad news, right? So I think we're almost gonna be able to win here. Almost at the finishing line. So this has to be non-token permanent. Oh, that's a good one. All right. Opponent somehow knew we had a counter spell there. All right. Oh, wow. Fantastic hand, by the way. You love to see Seed of the Synod going first. With an Emery. With everything. You get everything. This is just insane. This is absolutely insane.
Perhaps there are more useful texts down on the surface.
Alright. Counterspell. Unlocked. Easy peasy. My god. I mean, might as well draw a card too. So I think opponent's dead. What do you what do you guys think? Yeah, what do you guys think? Nope. Oh my god. Okay, so we might have actually met our maker because this this matchup with the Divine Purge isn't gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. I think we won Kappa Cannoneer in this matchup. It's gonna be pretty hard for them to actually get rid of this. So they play Flage as well, so I kind of want to bring Soul Guy Lantern. I don't have any like mystical disputes in this matchup. This might be hard. This matchup might be hard. We have a 3 Cups of Sink, 2 Metallic Rebukes, and 4 Counterspells. Portable Hole can go out, I believe. If it's a Lotus Field version, I think it's just better to have a Fragment Reality. We'll go with this. Yeah, this is not a good matchup. They have a lot of artifact board wipes. It is it's not where you want to be. Okay, we got the nuts again. We got the nuts again. We need a land. We need a land. That is not a land. That is not a land. So, opponent probably has a counterspell. Yeah, they do. Oh, they counter that. Hold up. Urza? Okay. Ether Spell Bomb. One less damage, but we get an Ether Spell Bomb. Oh, I could have tapped this. No! Opponent. How could you? Clarion Conqueror? Are you kidding me? A frickin' Clarion Conqueror. They have to block though. So we need to draw Fragment Reality for that Clarion Conqueror, huh? I don't know, maybe they do something. Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna be a high noon deck. Definitely did not think of a high noon coming down, I'm gonna be honest with you. So we want more Fragment Realities. Ooh. Ooh la la. Oh, but like, because of a high noon, we can't really... Yeah, because of a high noon, what to do? I can't even play multiple cards next turn, you know? And then they just get to resolve a Clarion Conqueror, so we have to top deck a Counterspell before using this Otawara. Okay. I mean, I could just go to next game. I'll take a look at one more card. But I think it might just be a go next situation. Even if I bounce this Clarion Conqueror, I don't have any like other counter spells to kind of back it up. Divine Purge. Interesting. Alright. Think I'm gonna go to the next game. So we definitely want more Fragment Reality. We might want Portable Hole, but Portable Hole only works against High Noon. Not sure. Not sure about this one. Claire and Conqueror is a 3/3, right? I can see myself like bringing some Stern Scoldings. I think I might just cut Thoughtcast. Okay, this time around we have a Fragment Reality, which is good. I'm not sure if I want to play these yet.
Oh, how am I supposed to focus on only one project?
Probably get these down. And then I'll probably like Fragment Reality, High Noon coming down here. Ooh, they have a Tamil.
Curious. I must investigate this scroll further.
I'll leave up Sink into Stupor and Retrofitter activation. Archon? Archon. Maybe I just draw here? Stern Scolding. Maybe I just play this. I can't shock it in because of the Archon. It's gonna come in tapped anyways. Yeah, kind of a tough game. Kind of a tough game. I think they have the 4-mana flash card, right? And I think we're just gonna pass because we can't play anything. Otherwise, Archon's gonna get us, right? So they're gonna draw. I'm probably gonna pass, right? We need our Counterspell as well. Or maybe like Mystical Disputes. Ooh, there it is. Another Fragment Reality. That's really good. So there's a Talon's Flame. Talion's Throne Guard. We're gonna Stern Scolding. And we're gonna pass. They draw one card. And then gonna attack. I mean, I think the Archon is working in our favor at the moment. Right? Wow, they shock again. So they went for March. They went for March. Do we care about this, honestly? Yeah, I don't think we care. All right. So we can make another 4/4 here and leave up a counterspell. So they go for Aven Interrupter. I don't think we care about this card. High Noon. So this can deal 5 damage. Okay, so I might actually Fragment Reality the Archon then. So I take less damage. They're only attacking with a Tameo. Huh. I thought they were gonna race me because they played High Noon. Right? I thought that was gonna be the case here. Wait, are they gonna tap out? So I make a 4/4. They're gonna double block. I think I might wanna Fragment Reality the Tameo here. Since they have like double blockers. Attack. So I'd probably get rid of a Archon here. I'll play if I play the Mox here, I can transform the Tameo. I should have maybe played a Seat of the Synod after attacking if they were gonna double block.
I will protect this library with... I am not defenseless.
All right. They're gonna go face.
That tome is one of a kind.
I'll counterspell this. Okay.
Our story together has ended.
Okay, okay. Maybe I shouldn't have blocked the Archon. Not sure if I want to play the Emery because they could have like more board wipes in their hand. You know? I think I just pass. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's I'm trying to make them tap out here. So they just use the Divine Purge again. All right. I think it definitely worked out in my favor. Now they have to deal with the Kappa Cannoneer. And because I have like relatively like pretty decent like, you know, land count. Oh, I think we won. That was perfect. Nice. That was a really good game, by the way. Okay, we have couple of lands plus an Urza into Thoughtcast. Definitely not a bad hand. The Zalfirin Void. Okay, we need a counterspell fast because a Karn could come down. Okay, that's a pretty good portable hole target. Oh, ask and you shall receive. Okay, we let that go. Keep making 1/1s. Urza comes out. We're gonna tap Portable Hole. And then we're gonna tap Emery. I mean, Ornithopter. And we have a Counterspell online. That's so sick. Oh my god, that's so sick. Colorless spells you cast cost 2 less. Destroy a target permanent. I thought about it because maybe I could race them, like they get rid of like Portable Hole, and I make a 4/4. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. If I drew on an artifact, maybe I could have actually won. Because I play a land and then I play an artifact and then make another dude, maybe? I might be actually one short, but... Alright, Fragment Reality seems really good if they play like 0 creatures and then we get rid of like these artifacts, right? Disruptor Flute seems really good as well. Consign to Memory as well. Maybe... I go one more Kappa, go down on the Dot Cast, go down on Emery, get rid of Portable Holes, get rid of Ether Spell Bomb, Stone of Barrack. I need to cut one more card. Is this too many counterspells? Maybe just one Fragment Reality? I mean, two? Alright, we have a counterspell. We do have a counterspell. And we might be able to save this Sink into Stupor as well. Okay, that's an incredibly fast start. That's kind of scary. Ooh. That is pretty scary.
I've read nearly the entire library.
No, hey. Okay. At least it wasn't like Karn coming down. That would have been crazy. Maybe we need like Damping Sphere or something in the sideboard. Scary, scary. Oh, Consign. That's pretty good. So we need to get this Tameo transformed ASAP so we can like start, you know, getting back our counter spells from the graveyard. We let that go. I think I'm just going to draw. I need more interaction spells. Alright, so we play the Mox. I'm gonna attack. And then I'm gonna play a Terra. I mean Urza. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Like, it says Terra here. It's bigger font, you know? We'll leave up a Sync plus a Consign. So there's a Forsaken Monument. 2, 3. I think I'm just going to bounce it. And that might be their turn. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I think I could have actually drawn another card there. So attack, attack, attack. They got a waste. I am going to transform this Tameo. I'll still have double Consign.
Every plane has stories to share.
Okay, this is insane.
Violence is not the answer.
We're gonna consign here. And then we got another consign if I have to. That is a pretty scary card, but I think we let that go. So it was a Fletch Raker combo deck. Alright, GG's. Alright, so the win streak continues. I mean, the thing is, like, a lot of these games that I'm playing are pretty close as well, but I think I'm getting very lucky, fortunately. So, yeah, let's talk about the deck. Actually, there was one game that I lost, which I accidentally queued one of my deck into a timeless format that is supposed to be historic. So, yeah, there is that. But, yeah, okay, so let's talk about the deck. I think this deck was pretty sweet, I'm not gonna lie. So we're playing 18 lands plus 3 Sink into Super, so that's 21 with 3 Cups of Mox. With Emery, Tamio, and Urza. I mean, to be fair, this being a legendary doesn't really mean anything because you can already tap Mox for blue mana anyways without the activation. We're using our legendaries for our Mox here, so as a land base. I'm only playing 2 copies of Kappa Cannoneer in this deck because I wanted to play like 4 copies of Portable Hole, and I wanted a copy of a Phoenix Down because Emery mills, right? And this deck actually has a lot of non-artifact creatures as well, like Urza and Tamio. So if you do mill a Phoenix Down with the Emery, you can get back even an Urza, a 4-mana card, because it says 4 mana or less, which is really sick. So for example, like you have 2 artifacts down, you have a Counterspell, right? But you only have 3 mana. But you milled an Urza with an Emery. Then you can play the Phoenix Down, get back an Urza, leave up a Counterspell, which is really cool. So trying out Phoenix Down, but we didn't really get to see it too much. I mean, it's a 1 copy of, so you're not gonna see it most of the times. But I think this card is really good, especially in a deck like this. I am only playing 3 copies of Retrofitter and 3 copies of Ornithopter. I mean, I kind of want to play 4 copies of it. You could potentially cut Kappa Cannoneer or even a Thoughtcast. I'm playing the Thoughtcast because it you know, synergizes with Tamio, but you don't need to. And this deck playing 6 counter spells plus 3 Sink into Stupor. Very flexible in terms of like interaction, right? These cards plus a Portable Hole. I think that pretty much sums up for like game 1 interaction spells that you can use. Also, you have a copy of the Ether Spell Bomb. You can use this as like a protection spell, or you can use it as like way to draw with the Emery a bunch of times, or you can bounce a bunch of times as well for tempo play opponent's creatures. So I think overall I like this build a lot. And lastly, I'm playing a copy of a Stone of Eric. The reason why I'm playing Stone of Eric instead of other you know, Tormod's Crypt or Soulguide Lantern in main deck is because there's a lot of decks that are abusing a Johnny, things like that. So I have a copy of a Stone of Eric in the main deck, but in the sideboard against decks that like abuses the graveyard a little bit more, you can bring a copy of a Soulguide Lantern for that purpose. And 3 copies of Consigned to Memory. There's a lot of Eldrazi ramp decks, or even like artifact ramp decks into Karn, things like that in Historic. That has been like traditionally like pretty popular in Historic. We have 3 copies of Stern Scolding, and the reason why I'm playing only Stern Scolding instead of Spell Snare in this build is because 1, I could only fit like 1 of them in the deck, plus the Stern Scolding hits another popular deck, like 2 popular decks, which are the Blue-White Flash, High Noon deck, plus it hits the Sacrifice decks. Anything with like Goblin Bombardment or like Birthing Ritual, right? So those kind of decks, Stern Scolding's really good in. The Spell Snare is really good against like Sorin because they play a lot of 2-mana cards, but you can kind of win that matchup anyways by resolving a Kappa Cannoneer using the Disruptor Flute, calling the Sorin, and then just kind of just delaying it, and then you eventually just counterspell, right? So that's kind of how you win against the Sorin deck, and we have 3 copies of Fragment Reality, just kind of a flexible removal spell that you can bring in certain kind of matchups. Like for example, against a Blue-White High Noon deck, the Fragment Reality hits High Noon, plus we've also seen a tech coming in, which was a Clarion Conqueror that really ruined us. since it literally turned off everything because it's like artifact and creatures. So Fragment Reality is going to be very good against those kind of matchups. And we have 2 copies of Pyroclasm. I'm not really sure because I haven't really brought this in today. We have 8 lands that can play the Pyroclasm. I'm not sure if that's enough, but considering that we only play 2 copies of Pyroclasm, I thought it was going to be okay. We'll see about that. If it doesn't work out for you, you know, play something else. And have another Cap Cannoneer. This card is really good against like control decks. Anything with like a lot of spot removals like Sorin, things like that, right? Just kind of bring it in and just go to town. So yeah, that is gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye bye.